He's a man who fights apartheid and injustice wherever he finds it. Please welcome to the stage, Jeremy Corbyn.
Thank you. Friends, let that wonderful poem that Juliet just read to us become the symbol of our times, become the symbol of the hopes of all of us and all of the Palestinian people for a future of peace. Amidst all that tragedy and all the tragedy that goes on, such brilliant works can be written. Let the world hear that brilliant poem. Let the world hear that voice of the Palestinian people everywhere, all around this world, as long as it takes until the fighting stops and the bombs no longer fall on the people there. I'm proud to share this stage with everyone that's spoken today. I want to say a special thank you, though, if I may, to Stephen Capo for sharing his life story with us. A survivor of the Nazis who points out the solidarity of all of the peoples, be they Jewish, Muslim or anything else. Solidarity with those wanting a world of peace and a world of humanity and an end to the bombardment of Gaza and the destruction of so much Palestinian life. We are here today in our thousands once again, and we're going to be here many, many more times, of that I'm sure. It's very interesting that as the demonstrations grow all over the world, those who have no answer to the simple message that we put for a ceasefire and for peace, instead resort to the tactics of oppression and suppression, of trying to ban demonstrations, ban marches, deny us the right to speak, deny us the right to organise. And when I saw a picture last night, which I picked up on social media, of a sniper on the roof of an American university while students are demonstrating for peace down below, my mind flashed back to Kent State, Ohio, during the protests against the Vietnam War, when students were shot dead by the US forces for having the temerity to speak up for peace for the Vietnamese people. And so too, all those students demonstrating across the USA and in universities all around the world. Our message to you today from Hyde Park is, we are with you. Thank you. And we're with all those academics that are threatened with losing their jobs because of their work of solidarity with the Palestinian people. But it is a solidarity with all of the Palestinian people. The people of Gaza, who are obviously suffering unbelievable levels of pain and agony at the present time. But it's also solidarity with those on the West Bank and all of those refugees in the refugee camps all around the neighbouring countries. I just conclude with this. Acronyms arise all the time when conflict breaks out. There's a new one now, and it's horrific. WCNSP. It means wounded children with no surviving parent. 34,000 dead in Gaza, 170,000 injured, more dying on the West Bank, and Britain is still supplying arms, still not calling for a unilateral ceasefire. The USA is still pouring the bombs in. So, our job is to keep speaking out, keep demanding peace, keep demanding a ceasefire, and come here again and again and again in demonstrations wherever it's necessary to bring about this peace. And I conclude with this, are a movement that has come about from all shades of opinion and all parts of this country and all other countries. We're a movement for global peace, for global justice, in opposition to the arms trade and the cynical decisions that are costing the lives of tens of thousands of Palestinians. Solidarity with the Palestinian people. Thank you, everyone, for being here today.
Once again, give it up for Jeremy Corbyn. Our next speaker is the General Secretary of TSSA, the Transport Workers Union. So please give a warm welcome to Mariam Eslamdouz.
Sisters, brothers, comrades, I'm Mariam Eslamdouz, General Secretary of TSSA Union. Transport workers stand in solidarity with the people of Gaza. I'm also here because I'm Iranian. I know the fear in the hearts of Gazan children because I remember my own fear as a child when Western-supplied missiles were raining down in Tehran. My people have suffered from the same Western aggression and the same slow strangulation of sanctions which Gazans are suffering from. The suffering can seem too terrible to bear. But I want to focus on one thing, and that's the end of suffering. The one thing that the West and Israel fear the most: liberation. Everyone outside the West knows that the precondition for their lives, their success, their flourishing is liberation. No personal success can truly come without national liberation. Liberation from imperialist occupation. We Iranians liberated ourselves from Western occupation. Palestinians must have that liberation from occupation. Liberation from Western interference. Thank you. Even after we're liberated, the great powers want to keep interfering in our affairs. We Iranians will liberate ourselves from such interference. It is a daily struggle. Palestinians must have their liberation from interference, liberation from aggression. The Western powers fear liberated black and brown people so much that even when we've liberated ourselves from their occupation and interference, those powers will maintain the aggression of bombs and invasion to keep us in our place. We will liberate ourselves from this aggression. We will flourish. Free, free Palestine. Solidarity. Give it up for Mariam. Free, free. Free, free. Now the back of the march is still in Piccadilly. They still haven't all entered the park. Please make some noise. Our next speaker is an author, academic, professor of sociology at the University of Manchester, and an outstanding radical journalist. One of the few who is willing to report the truth about the genocide in Gaza. Please make some noise for Gary Young.
Thank you. As I look out here today on yet another Saturday, I am minded of Maya Angelou's poem, And Still I Rise. She writes, you can cut me down, you can write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You can tread me in the very dirt, but still, like life, I rise. And here we are. They have lied about us, but our truth is stronger than their lies. Our love is stronger than their hate. Our solidarity is stronger than their division. And so we are still here. We are proof that you can cut down the flowers, but you cannot stop the spring. We are here for the people of Palestine. We are here for the people of Britain. We are here to show our solidarity. And we keep going. We keep going the same way the freed slaves and escaped slaves kept going to the north. We keep going the same way that gay people kept going, stealing kisses when it was illegal to be seen together. We keep going the same way that people in the Warsaw Ghetto kept going when they fought against the Nazis. We keep going the same way that refugees keep going when they try and get to this country, because in part we have no choice. That fighting is no guarantee of victory, but no fighting is guarantee of defeat. And so we keep going. And we will keep going because we have no choice. Because it is better, I think, to die on your feet than to live on your knees. And so we march. We march for freedom. We march for liberation. And when Martin Luther King said the arc of justice